Hello, hello. It's time for math. We're now going to start with our lesson 16, and we have a new I can statement, a new objective today or this week, and it's I can make a 10 to subtract. So can you read that with me? I can make a 10 to subtract. We've been working on making 10s to add. Now we're going to make 10s to subtract. All right? So we're going to talk today about a girl named Maria. Oh, Maria, she was so happy to be going to school. This was a while ago when everybody was going to school, not doing it at home. But anyway, so Maria was so happy to be going to school, and she had her bag packed, and she had 16 markers in her bag. Okay, so now if you look on page 100 of your books, your your Ready instruction book for math, there is a grid right there, and it's got a problem posed right there. So I'm going to read that problem with you. Maria has 16 markers. 9 fall out of her bag. How many markers are left? So what I want you to do is take 16 markers. I happen to have a bag, and I've got 16. I counted them twice. 16 linking cubes in here that are going to stand for the markers. And I want you to think about, how are you going to solve this problem? How are you going to use these markers or these manipulatives, these linking cubes, whatever you're using at home, to solve the problem? Maria has 16 markers. 9 fall out of her bag. How many markers are left? So I want you to explore that, and when you're finished and ready to move on, then I want you to pause and explore, and then when you're ready to move on, you may push play. Okay, so there were some different ways to take care of this. One way to take care of this would be to find out how many markers are left, would be to count back. You would count back. So I could count back from 16 until I get to 7. So here's our markers, and I'm going to take them out and say 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. It's hard to count back when you change. 12, 11, go backwards, 10, 9, 8, and 7. So, because I'm trying to figure out that 9 of them fell out of her bag. So just to show you, I'm going to link them together. Here's my 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's my 9 that fell out of the bag. So now what I would do is to go back in my bag and see how many are left in there. See if I can spread these out so we can count them. I think so. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, a lot of shine on there. It's hard to see, but that leaves 7 in the bag. So that was one way to do it. Does anybody have an idea of another way to do it? Maybe you could start at the 9 that fell out of the bag, and then you would count up to 16. Hey, we do that every day with calendar. We grab onto that 100 and we count up, don't we? So that's another way to do it. So how I would do that would be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and the last one, 16. And when I do that, I find out that I have, here's 5, 6, 7. So my answer there is 7. Okay, good. So some of you probably counted backwards, and some of you probably counted up, counted on. They both work, don't they? Our answer is 7. Okay, so you could also subtract. There's a whole nother way to do it, what we're doing now, because our problem is, and I'm putting them all back in here so we can do it this way. Our problem is, our objective, I can make a 10 to subtract. So now we're going to learn another way to do it. We're going to make a 10 to subtract. So I start that with doing, I have all 16 of mine in their bag. Okay, they're all in here, trust me. Then how many would I need to take away from this 16 to make a 10, to leave 10 in here? How many would I take away? What and 10 makes 16? 6, right? Okay, so here's our 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, but how many fell out of the bag? 9. So how many more do I need to take out of the bag? Because I've only got 6 out of there right now. So I've got the 10 in the bag. 6, 7, 8, 9. So I need to take out 3 more. So now my 10, I take away 3. 1, 2. Whoops, I dropped that one. 3. Okay, and that will leave me with, I'll get them all showing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That leaves me with 7 in the bag. Does that work out right? It does work out correctly, okay? So we're going to write a number sentence to solve this. Just as soon as I find my marker, I covered it up with my book. Here it is. All right. So our number sentence is going to look like, first, we've got 16 markers, 9 fell out of the bag. How many are left in the bag? So let's think about that. Is this an addition problem or is this a subtraction problem? We need to write a subtraction problem because we started with a whole amount, we lost part, and we're going to find out what the other part is, okay? So what is our whole amount? Our whole amount is 16. How many did we lose? 9. And that's gonna, then we have to figure out how much is gonna be. We figured it out, but here's at my start of my number sentence, okay? Now, 16 is the amount we started with, Maria first had in her bag. 9 is the amount that fell out of her bag. And then we're gonna solve for the amount that she still has, okay? Now, so it's 16 minus 9, and then we found out that that does equal 7. And how we did that is we took 16 and we subtracted 6 first to give us our 10, because that's how we make a 10. And now we did our 10 and we took away those 3 more to get the 6 and 3 equaling 9, and that gives us 7. This method may work really well for some of you to make that 10, but for some of us it may be hard to be keeping track of how much we're taking away. But we're going to learn this strategy this week so we can work on it, and if it's a strategy that's excellent for you, then it's one you're definitely going to enjoy using. All right, if you'll look now on the next page of your workbook, page 101. 101. Wow. It says Marina has 13 apples. Those apples look good. She gives away 6 apples. Hope I get one. How many apples does she have left? So I want you to think about that. Think. Go ahead and count those in there. Can you count them? Maybe I can hold up my big old teacher book and we can count them together. Does yours look like this? See if I can do that a little bit. Okay, so we're going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there's our 13 apples, right? Now, looking at those, we're going to write that number sentence. So you need to put 13 underneath there. You're going to write your 13 to start our number sentence that we're going to have. So underneath the picture, you're going to write the 13. Now, how many did we take away? Or how many did she give away? She's so generous. How many did she give away? Can you look back up there and see? So she gave away 6 of her apples. Okay. Gave away 6 of those apples. Now, let's figure this out. I want to make a 10. I want to make a 10. 13, what do I have to take away from 13 to make that 10? What goes with 10 to make 13? It's a 3. So 13 minus 3 gives us 10. Okay, so I made a 10. Now here's my 10, and we're going to subtract. How many more do we need to take away in order to get that 6? What goes with 3 to make 6? That's a double. 3 more apples we have to take away from that 10. And 10 minus 3 gives us 7. Was that not the answer to our last one? Oh, cool. So 13 minus 6 equals 7. So this is the number sentence right here that you should have drawn right there, or written, I'm sorry, on page 101. Okay? I'm going to let you watch this video again if you want to, and maybe see if you can come up with some other ways, some other numbers to be subtracting like that. So you want a teen number. You're going to subtract some. And I want to see if you can try to practice a little bit at home at making that 10 and then subtracting the rest from the 10 to get your final answer. Okay, so that's enough for now. Quick math lesson. There's nothing you really need to show me, but you will be working in your reading ready instruction book on pages 100, 101 to do that. So happy subtracting.